Today I'm going to narrate to you a story from the Katha Upanishad. The story begins with a wealthy man named Vajravasha who is performing a great sacrifice to win favor with the gods. In that sacrifice, he is supposed to give away his most prized possessions. But he had a son named Nachiketa. Nachiketa was observing very closely about what his father was doing. He says his father cheating instead of giving away his best. The father is giving away old useless cows, cows that have drunk their last water, eaten their last grass, and given their last milk. Nachiketa sees the hypocrisy in it. He says that his father is prioritizing the appearance of doing good over actually doing good. I mean, how many times are we guilty of doing that? Nachiketa, being very disturbed by it, approaches his father and asks him a very uncomfortable and piercing question. Father, if you are giving away all your possessions, to whom will you give me? His father ignores him. The little boy asks again and again and again, and finally, in a fit of rage and annoyance, the father snaps. He commands his child, I give you to death. Nachiketa takes it wholeheartedly. He does not run away from it. He takes his father's word as duty, dharma. He walks straight to the abode of Yama, the god of death. But when he arrives, Yama is not home. So he waits there 3 days and 3 nights without food and without water. He does not leave, he does not fidget, he sits in unwavering focus. When Yama returns, he is horrified that a Brahmin guest has been left waiting hungry. To apologize, he offers him three boons, wishes. In the first boon, Nachiketa wishes that his father's anger is appeased so that he can return home in peace. In the second wish, Nachiketa asks for the knowledge of the fire ritual that grants access to heaven. Now, the most interesting is the third boon. In the third boon, Nachiketa asks, and I quote, there is this doubt about a man when he's dead. Some say he exists, some others say he doesn't. This I should like to know, taught by thee, what is the ultimate truth of existence? Yama stops. He does not want to give this knowledge. It is too powerful for a fragile brain such as Nachiketa, is what he thinks. So he tries to bury Nachiketa in distraction. Yama offers him the pleasantries, choose sons and grandsons who shall live 100 years, choose vast herds of cattle, elephant, gold, and horses, choose the mighty earth and live as long as you want, but do not ask me about death. Nachiketa looks at Yama, the god of death, and laughs. He says, these things endure only till tomorrow, O destroyer of life. They wear out the vigor of all the senses. Even the longest life is short. Keep your horses, your dancing, and your song for yourself, and no man can be made happy with wealth. The distractions are referred to as prayas. Now, the lesson that we learned is that Every time you you indulge yourself in the prayas, the distractions, the pleasant things, that is when you are in the wrong step. Yama explains to Nachiketa, or rather, this entire story is based upon a principle that at any given moment you have two choices, either to choose the comfortable or to choose the unknown, the threat, the risk. It's upon you to choose. It's upon you to do what you want. That is a choice that has been given to you. Vyavasayamtika buddhir ekya. It is the Gita chapter 2 verse 41. This verse itself is spoken by Krishna to Arjuna on the battlefield. This is when Krishna tells Arjuna, you are the archer who sees only the eye. Why are you now looking at the tree? I am saying this because we tend to focus more on the distractions rather than the goal itself. And rather than executing our plan, we think to ourselves, okay, I will do this, then I'll be better, then I will do this. Your goal changes constantly. You think, okay, I need to do this before I can do that. You need to stay in one path. You need to steer clear of your distractions. And that is one of the things in time management. I myself have been having problems with time management for quite a while, although I'm doing many things. I am having problems. And one of the most important things that I learned is that if you have two frogs to eat, then you should eat the ugly one first. So here we have come across the concept of prioritization. Look at what's important, and you have to do that first. That is the Eisenhower matrix, urgent versus important. That is the standard for decision making. It says that you divide your task into four quadrants. First is the urgent and important. Second is the not urgent and important. And third is the urgent and not important. Fourth is the not urgent, not important. Now he tells you to divide your task into these four quadrants. The urgent and important should be done first. If One way to recognize them is if you do not do this, there are immediate consequences. Then there is the not urgent and important, which basically comes to your skill building. Anything that you are building a skill with, that is not urgent but important. And there is the urgent and not important, which is basically the emails that you have to send, the texts that you have to do. Those are the things. You have to delegate these tasks. And these are the distractions which are not urgent, not important. They can be used to free your mind, or you can just keep them as it is. One of the core things that I learned from reading all of this is the importance of learning and listing down what's important. Yeah, it sounds fucking boring to just write down on a piece of paper about what you have to do, to maintain a diary about your to do the next day, to maintain a schedule, but that's one of the most important things that you need to do in order to grow. You need to write down stuff that you need to do, and why you do, because as you go along the day, you forget. You tend to deprioritize those things. They tend to get you out of your zone. And that is a bad state to be in. That leads to procrastination. And by procrastination, I just don't mean doom scrolling or burning your brain out. I also mean the intelligent kind of procrastination. The things that you do to prepare yourself for this final task. Like, if I complete this tutorial, then only I'm going to take action. No, just take action. I will only start doing sales call only after I get a good phone. Just do it with your old phone. Take action. That is the most important thing. That you need to take action. Although, one thing I've noticed is that my content is slowly driving towards advice content. From tomorrow onwards, I'll try to keep it raw and real without giving quote unquote advice. Alright, that's it for today. Bye bye.